gotten zero results.
I managed to meet this client and I spoke to them and everything and even narrowed down to the development to go ahead with already. But they ended up meeting another agent through Facebook as well. And that agent eventually closed the deal. Okay, that is the exact same development that I recommended to the client. So that was one of the struggles because I wasn't able to also position myself as an expert.
Yes, the number of leads were there, but then again, I realized it's not about the number of leads. We could be getting hundreds of leads, but if the conversion rate is not high enough, it's a lot of time put into this, and we only have this amount of time per day. We cannot keep allocating it to people who just want to see what the product is instead of valuing your advice.
I was actually really struggling with getting the right leads. Some customers were nice to work with, but there were also others that just wasn't the right fit. And the problem was, even if the money was really good, if there wasn't a good fit, the relationship will deteriorate and eventually I will still lose those customers.
Last time what we did was pay-per-click. So regardless of her or I meeting the leads right in the show flat, the new launch show flat, they all just assume that we just want to sell that show flat, even though we have our framework already back then on how to identify properties.
We were burned before, spending lots of money every single month. Before that, it was like money down the drain. We are not getting enough leads as well as closings.
I think biggest struggle we face is really getting consistent traffic, getting consistent high quality leads, because I'm in the make money online niche, and this niche has a little bit of a bad reputation overall. So I think one of the biggest struggles was how do we turn this whole image around that this is a real opportunity and this is a legitimate business.
One of the main takeaways that we gotten from Gabriel is that we are more confident in terms of scaling is because we know our numbers well. It's just not about putting more ads. You need to understand every single metrics when it comes to scaling a company. Scaling a company doesn't happen by luck. You need to plan ahead. You need to know what's the strategy. You need to know what you're actually exactly doing.
One of the things that impacted me a lot was really his Heaven and Hell framework. So with that framework, it is easier for me to find out what are the problems that I have to help to solve for my clients. And with that totally made my whole marketing angle a lot more focused.
The biggest thing that I learned from Gabriel is his framework. Internally, I am more certain about the value I can bring across to even somebody who don't even know who I am. Externally, prospects or leads see me as somebody who knows what I'm doing.
He was able to do a deep dive on my business and identified critical areas that needed fixing immediately. Gabriel was able to clearly give me effective remedies.
One of the milestones after learning with Gabriel is that we managed to hit 60K in a month. This year, in fact, we are on track to hit 500,000 of sales.
So one of my breakthrough is that in the last 3 months or so, we have gotten about over 80,000 of commission with slightly less than $10,000 ad spend.
So one of the biggest milestones I've achieved is actually 10 times of my ad spend. And my ad spend so far is about 3,008.
With his proven processes, I immediately began to see positive results. And true enough, I was able to close a 5-figure contract in just 2 weeks.
About $250,000 we have made in 10 months.
I'm just extremely grateful because after he has done the funnel for me, in the past 2 months during the circuit breaker, right, I've actually achieved $150,000 in sales.
I want to do a quick shout out to you guys that indirectly and potentially it has helped us last year to achieve our $1 Million Producer Awards. During the last 3 months, managed to actually hit a 6 figures income based on just what you have helped us in terms of the marketing.
I would say that Gabriel has significantly contributed to iCoach's success in being a market leader in this property and education industry.
Since working with him, he has scaled our new program from $0 to over $1 million within 3 months of working together.
We just received our
Awesome.
club reward, and so the business, I think we're well over 7 figures now, and we're doing consistently 7 figures plus return from our coaching business itself.
Thanks Ascend Group for making this happen, because without their introduction we wouldn't have come this far.
I think before we were working together with Gabriel and his team, we were doing about plus minus 2 million a year. So we managed to slightly 3x that annual sales to about 6 to 7 million within just 1 year.
I've met countless marketers over my 14 years of entrepreneurship, and I have to say Gabriel is one of the best marketers I've met.
You need to desire the change. You need to desire why you want to grow your business. Not excuses of why the business cannot grow.
After learning with Gabriel is that we managed to hit 60K in a month. This year, in fact, we are on track to hit 500,000 of sales.
The moment we started working with Gabriel and his team, the entire ad creation process, the entire scripting was done in a way that really helped us to attract the right high-quality paying clients into our community.
Marketing is the most important skill set you need for your business today. You see, attention is power. In business, attention is power. Attention is your currency. The more attention I have, the more things I can offer. Because I've already committed, and I took the courage and I committed the time, the money, the hours, the resources to be there, I had to take everything seriously.
We're really, very grateful to Gabriel. And if you are someone that is still thinking whether to join Gabriel, I really strongly encourage you to join him.
Just join, because he really made all the steps so simple for us to learn. So don't wait, just join.
Just do it. Simple. 卖涂料. Just do it. Hey everyone, welcome to today's Digital Secrets webcast tonight. And you can hear me and you can see me properly. Just type ready in the chat box right now so that we can begin. If you guys can hear me and see me, just type ready in the chat box right now. All right, awesome. I see some ready that's coming in already. We have Dina, we have Angeline, James, Baz, Doris, John, Jason, Freddie. All right, Linda, Cindy, a lot of names coming up. I appreciate you guys for your participation. So you may not be able to see everyone's chat, but I can see each and every single one of you here. We turn off the chat function because we don't want you to be distracted with what's going on in the chat. Instead, we want you to focus on what's on the screen, okay? So how many of you are here because you want to generate massive amount of high quality leads for your business and have a calendar book full of calls every single day? Just type number 1 in the chat box right now. If that's you. All right, see a see a ton of 1 coming in right now. Awesome. Okay, and how many of you are here because you want to double and triple your sales on autopilot and have more freedom in your business? If that's you, just type number 2 in the chat box. Okay, all right, awesome. We have Dina, we have Angeline, we have John, we have Doris, we have Blaz, we have Freddie, we have Jordan. A lot of you type 2. If you type number 1 and 2, then you are in the right place. And I want to appreciate your response and for participating. Okay, so today I want to share with you guys how you can generate 200 to 300 high quality leads every single month for your business and generate thousands of new customers in 2023 without posting content every day and without PDPA issues. And my name is Gabriel and I'm the founder and CEO of Ascend Marketing. And I want to congratulate you for taking your time out for this training. And I know that you could be doing something else, but instead you choose to be here, you choose to show up here today. So I want to share with you first of all, why is this class different from any other class out there, any other guru out there? Because a lot of people nowadays are promising leads and promising you that you can generate sales. And the problem with that is that a lot of those leads are very low quality leads. They are cheap leads, but they are low quality leads. They are just leads that give you phone number and email address. That's all. And you still have to call them, you have to filter them, you have to cold call them, you have to hang up on. And I want to show you an inbox of one of my clients' Gmail inbox. And look at the leads quality here. I'm going to just show you a very quick video. All right, guys, look at this. High quality leads in your inbox every single day. Okay, this is just the last few days. Look at this today. All right, and these are not low quality leads. These are high quality leads that fill up important information. Now the numbers are up there. I can't show you, but net worth over $1 million. Okay, gonna pause there. Okay, can you guys see that? These are leads that gives you very sensitive information, such as income range. Can you see that income range is 90,000 and above, and then the net worth is over $1 million, and they cannot wait to jump on a call with my clients and my students. How many of you here would like leads like this in your inbox every single day? Okay, pretty sure that's all of you here. If not, you are not here. You won't be here today in the first place. Okay, and many of my students are in many different industries. So whatever industry you're in, whatever business you're in, this is something that will work for you. And here's another example. One of my clients' Zoom appointment book. If you look at the calendar, every single day, can you see that? Every single day there's 2 calls, there's 3 calls, some days there's 5 calls, some days there's even 10 calls. And these are really high quality leads that can't wait to jump on a call to listen to what he have to sell, okay? And listen to what you have to sell. And even if you have so many leads and you cannot attend every single call, you can even get salespeople to do the call for you. But what's for sure is that these are the high qualities that it cannot wait to jump on the call to hear what you have to sell and what you have to offer. Okay, and here's an example. CK here was actually one of my students. Now he came to this same exact class that you guys are watching right now. At first he was a bit skeptical, just like many of you here. You do not know who I am, you do not know what I do, but he decided to really just keep an open mind and listen. And he actually took part in one of our training program after. He was actually struggling with generating high quality leads because he was running some Facebook ads. And I remember he telling me that he was generating some good amount of leads on Facebook, but he wasn't able to position himself as an expert. And he would present, because he's in property, he would present development and products to his client, but end up the prospects, right, will buy from someone else. Okay, and because he wasn't able to position himself as an expert, after attending our course, he was able to use our 4-step system called Salesver, and he was able to position himself as an expert. And after 90 days of attending our class, he was able to generate this amount of result.
So one of my breakthrough is that in the last 3 months or so, we have gotten about over 80,000 of commission.
Okay, $80,000 commission in 90 days or less after attending our class. This is another guy called Justin. Justin used to work at a bank, and then he started a business part-time, a coaching business part-time, and he decided to work with us. And within 1 year of working with us, he was kind of like juggling between his work and his side business. But all we did was to help him to model our 4-step system, which is the Salesable system that you're going to learn in a while. He was able to achieve this result.
We just received our
awesome
club reward, and so the business, I think we're well over 7 figures now, and we're doing consistently 7 figures plus return.
Okay, so consistently 7 figure plus return. The business is doing at least 7 figure right now and hit $1 million in 12 months. And if you realize he was holding this award called the 2 Comma Club Award, that's an award that you only get when you achieve over $1 million US dollars in a single year. So I want you guys, the reason I'm sharing all this, right, is not so that I can kind of like so that I can brag or anything, but more of because I want to show you that result speaks volume. There are a lot of people out there that share with you, they promise you results, but they cannot offer such result and people with real students, real clients results, okay, in your face. So I'm going to show you guys right now a few more things that you're going to be able to take home after today's class. So after this class, the reason why all these students of mine were able to generate these results is because of these 3 simple key points. And this 3 simple key point is key number 1. I'm going to show you by end of today how you can copy our proven funnel strategy that generate hundreds of high quality leads every single day. And I want to show you guys key number 2, the fast track shortcut to creating your own lead generation system in 30 minutes or less without tech knowledge. And key number 3, I will show you a secret marketing hack that market leaders use to get infinite return for free. Okay, and all leads for free. Okay, and that's the reason why many of my students were able to scale up to that level. And if you stay all the way to the end, we'll be giving even 2 bonus videos for you. The first bonus video I'll give you is how I grew a business from $0 to $10 million online in 12 months. I'll review the exact strategy. And then bonus number 2 is I'll give you a step-by-step $1 million retargeting strategy. So this is an online retargeting strategy method that made me an extra $1 million in a year. And I'll be giving you these 2 bonus videos for free. Now, many gurus can actually sell you this bonus video for thousands of dollars, but I will be giving you for free. All you gotta do is stay all the way to the end. Okay. So the other thing is this: sometimes when I'm talking, when I'm going through this training, some people ask me questions and they expect me to answer every single time they ask a question. So I want to show you that I want to share with you that I cannot be answering every single question and stop my training in between. If not, we will not end until tomorrow. Okay, so I'll be doing all the Q&A all the way to the end. And in fact, if you pay attention and you focus, some of the questions will already be answered if you just simply pay attention. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm gonna go into the first part of today's training, and I want to share with you guys first of all how it started, how I started this whole business, and why am I even teaching that right now. In fact, can I have a permission to share with you a very quick story why I do what I do, okay, and why am I even teaching the methods that I know to so many people out there right now, and including you guys right now who's watching. If I have a permission, can you just type yes in the chat right now? Since we're gonna spend the next 2 hours together, okay? Is it okay that I can share a bit about my story and why I do what I do, and why am I even revealing all my secrets for my students and my own agency to you guys? Okay, awesome. Okay, so I see a ton of yeses coming in right now. I appreciate your permission. So let me share with you very quickly how it got started. Okay, so when people look at my business and my success today, they think I have some kind of advantage They think I have some kind of background. But the truth is, the truth is that both my parents worked a 9-to-5 job. They were not a business owner, and they never make more than $6,000 combined income. Okay, and the reason why I share this with you is because I first started out really at a young age, really because I just want to make more money for my parents. I was 16 years old, and I got recruited into an MLM company. Okay, and this was my first experience doing sales, and I didn't want to go through the traditional path. Just like many of you watching right now, you didn't go through the traditional path, right? You're a business owner, or you're a salesperson, you're a service professional. You join sales or you start a business despite not knowing if it's going to work out at the beginning, because you didn't want to go through the traditional path of, like getting a degree and then go into a job and then just work hard and then save money. You really want to go. You are more ambitious, right? You want to do something different. And back then, I don't have a big noble reason, okay? My only reason of joining sales was I just want to make a lot of money. And I heard that sales career is a career that have unlimited earning potential, because I'm not limited to how much I'm going to make. The more I work hard, okay, the more sales I make, the more commission I can make, okay? And the problem was this. As a 16-year-old boy, I did not know how to get customers. So I tried all the methods that my upline, my manager, all the old school people taught me. And this is back in the day. I tried every single thing under the sun. I tried road shows. I tried door knocking. I tried asking friends and family out for coffee. Okay, and the problem with asking friends and family out for coffee is that eventually you run out of friends and family to call. Right? I tried giving out flyers, which wasn't fun. I did networking events, which is very pretentious. Everybody is just trying to sell you something there. I done cold calling, where people hang up on me, they question me, they don't respect me. And I've done begging for referrals. And again, the problem with that is you do not know when the next sales is going to come. And all this, the problem is that people don't respect you with every single one of these methods. No one respects someone who does roadshow. No one respects someone who do not door knocking. And even if you were to do a sale, it's very tiring, because it's like you're actively begging for sales, right? People don't actually treat you as an expert and respect you as an authority and will give you money, right, for your advice. And so, and the other thing about all this method is that they're all active marketing, which means that you always have to exchange time for money. And so, that wasn't really what I want to do. And I knew that this is something that I have to do something different if I want different result. And so that was when I was about 17 years old, 18 years old, that was when I really started to discover this thing called digital marketing. And I started to go online, because everyone was saying that online is the next big thing. People are generating leads online. A lot of things are automated online. And so I went online, and I find ways to do lead generation. In fact, I went to Google last time. I Googled how to generate leads online. Okay, and that was how I started up. And then enter this thing called the overwhelm. And the overwhelm was this. Every guru was trying to push me a new strategy, right? So I would be, going online, learning how to do lead gen. And then one expert would say, oh, you know what? Do Facebook ads, okay? Facebook is the best way to generate leads. And then some people will say, do Instagram, because back then Instagram just started. And then, no, do content marketing. Don't run ads, do content, post more, create a following, build your brand. And then some people say, do LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very untapped market. Nobody's on LinkedIn. And then some people say, do WeChat. And then some people say, do YouTube, because video is the way to go. And obviously there wasn't TikTok back then, but today people are talking about TikTok right now. And I was so all over the place, because there was no way I could be doing every single platform, right? And someone would say, and someone would say, do Facebook, and then you do Facebook halfway, and then someone do Instagram, you jump to another Instagram, you jump to TikTok, you jump to YouTube. And it's just a non-stop chasing of shiny objects. And how many of you here can relate to how I felt many years back? If that's you right now, can you just help me to type me in the chat box right now? Okay. By the way, I have some people saying that they cannot see my screen. Can you all see my screen? You can see my slides. Yeah. If you can see that, just help me to type yes as well. Okay. And how many of you here can relate to this overwhelm that right now, like you do not know what to do right now? Like there's so many different platforms, so many social media platforms. Like where do I go to right now? I cannot be spending all my time everywhere, right? If that's you, just type me in the chat box. So I know if this pain relate to you. Okay. Awesome, right? And this is basically how all of us started up. Okay. And now, thankfully, for me, I was chasing one shiny object after another, and I didn't really have a lot of result. And I was very thankful that one day at 17 years old, a friend of mine actually introduced me to an online program, a business program. And I went to this business program, right, learning how to build a business. But part of building a business is learning how to get customer, because you must understand that the most important skill set for a business is how to get customer. Because you can have the best product in the world, but if you do not know how to get customer, nobody's going to buy your product. Does it make sense? So I went there and I learned, and it became one of my most life-changing moments ever, because I learned that all these things like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, all these things doesn't even matter. We think that all these are the important thing, and we put so much emphasis on this. But what's important is if you want to build a long-term business and consistently get customers, you got to go back to the fundamentals. Because people don't like to go to the fundamentals, because fundamentals are boring. because chasing shiny object is very exciting. And so I realized that it's all back to the fundamentals. It's not about chasing all the different shiny objects and not chasing all the different social media platforms. And this is when I really started to discover this thing called a 4-step system. And back then when I learned this, it's called a sales funnel. And today I have my own twist to it, and I call it a sales burst system. Okay, and this is the 4-step right here. If you are taking down notes, this is the most important piece right here. Okay, and this is the 4-step of sales burst system. So this 4-step is basically simply every marketing, every business. Okay, marketing just simply means how to get customer. That's all. Okay, it's just a fancy word for how to get customer. Okay, and there's only 4 ways to get customers, whatever business you're in. Okay, first step is gather. Okay, you gotta gather people from all the different social media platforms, and then you gotta capture that information. Capture information such as their phone number, their email address, their sensitive information about themselves. You capture them. You capture the right leads, and then you move to the next step called nurture. You nurture them, you build relationship with them. And if you are in sales, you know that at the end of the day, people buy from you because people trust you. It's all about relationship. And lastly, you close. So it's 4 simple steps: gather, capture, nurture, close. Now, how many of you here realize that actually all the things that we talk about, or all the things that we emphasize on, like Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and TikTok and all these things that a lot of gurus are talking about, they are just 1 step, which is the gathering stage. If you don't accomplish the next 3 steps, okay, your marketing campaign is not going to work out. You're always going to generate low quality leads. And even if you can generate leads, your competitor can just simply copy your ads, copy your campaign, and then just steal the leads away from you. And this was me back then. So when I first learned about all this social media platform, I was running ads that look something like this. How many of you have seen ads like this before, right? Simple image ads, just a simple copywriting, something like that, right? It doesn't show my face whatsoever. And I run ads like this for my clients. I run ads like this for myself. And the problem with this ad is that it always gives you spam leads. Leads that are low quality, leads that don't respect you when you call them, they don't pick up your call, okay? And the other thing is that even if this kind of ads is giving you good result, your competitor can just copy them and model them and steal them exactly the way it is. There's nothing you can do to prevent that. So that's the reason why today, right, you do not want to focus on just the gathering process. You want to focus, the 2 most important thing is the capture and nurture process, okay? And the reason why is because if you can capture the right leads, okay? So here's the thing. I'm going to give you an example right now. So if I can capture the right leads, I can capture the right person and make a person say, Gabriel, make a person raise their hand and say, Gabriel, I am interested in what you have to sell. I capture people like that, the high quality leads, and I nurture them. I add value to them. How many of you would agree with me that it's not hard to close these people? It's not hard to sell to these people. How many of you agree? If you agree, just type yes in the chat. It's not hard to sell to someone who's already a high quality lead, who already say, I am interested, they raise their hand, okay? And then you add value to them. It's not hard to sell. So here's the thing I learned, that marketing is more important than sales. Many of you here, you focus on sales, you try to sell, you try to answer objection, and you try to learn how to, the 7 ways of selling people and influencing people and manipulating people. But actually at the end of the day, right, if you just capture the right leads, right, you don't even need to sell because they will want to buy. So if your marketing is done right, you don't even need to hard sell. Does it make sense? The problem is most people is that they just run Facebook ads and then they try to sell, they try to close people right away. They didn't even go through a capturing and nurturing process. They didn't filter the right kind of leads. And that's why I tell you that this is the 2 steps that's most important, because if that is done right, your closing is going to be easy. And you basically work less. You work less and you spend less time trying to sell, and you have more free time for yourself. Okay? So once again, this is when I first understand the system, right? And when I first understood the system, I know that this is my key to freedom, and this is my key to a breakthrough in my business. Okay? And the key to getting customers consistently. And so today I call this a sales burst system online process. But back in the day, I first started applying this in my network marketing business, and I started to use that to get customers. I use that to get hundreds of high quality leads every single month for my company. Okay, and because of that, I became the number 1 in the company. I actually reached a peak sales of $50 million in sales in just a couple of years, and I had a peak monthly income of $500,000. And this is when I was only 21 years old, all by figuring out this thing called a sales burst system. Okay, and to keep you not, I actually had 2 cars back then. I was very, very proud, very, very arrogant. 21 years old, making $500,000 a month. Obviously, you're going to become arrogant, okay? And that was me. I made a lot of money. I was arrogant. I had 2 cars. I lived at this place called Sentosa Cove, and I have more than 2,000 people under my team. 2,000 people. Okay, and here's the other thing. Those of you who are doing recruitment, right? Don't even think about recruitment first. Think about how to generate leads online, because if you can generate leads online, right? People want to join your company or join your team, okay? Just because they want to learn your system. And that was me. A lot of people join my company or join my system or join my team because they want to learn my system. Okay, and this is actually a real example of one of my 21st birthday celebration. I spent $100,000 on that night. I don't know why. That's not the best example of how you should spend your money. But this is really what happened. All right, so this is where I picked my career. 2,000 people under me, and this birthday itself is 500 people at this place called Marina Mandarin back in the day, and it was bigger than like even my own wedding. You know, I thought I was top of the world. I had it all figured out, and that was everything when everything came crashing down. So sometime when I was 22, 23 years old, that was when I realized that the company that I was working for about 7 years was a Ponzi scheme. I was in denial. There was a lot of red flag, but being one of the top sales leader, it was honestly very hard to get out. I was in denial. I chose not to see certain things 5 years in. I didn't know it was a scam until about 5 years in, but by then it was really too late. And eventually, about 7 years in, about 23 years old, I decided enough was enough. I cannot bear on my conscience to continue to do this anymore because I'm not adding value to people when it's a Ponzi scheme. And so when I left the company, eventually everything collapsed. And then because I invested so much money back into the company, I invested all my commission back into the company I was working for, I actually went into a massive debt. I remember I had to pay off a lot of people that I had affected and I brought into the company. I was in $500,000 debt, 23 years old. I took loans and stuff like that to pay people off. Of course, I lost all my money because I invested back into the company. So from like living the higher life, making $500,000 a month, to being $500,000 in debt, and lost everyone around me. I remember I was so broke, I lost everything. Of course, all my friends disappeared suddenly, right? When I was partying and drinking, you know, I was opening tables, you know, I was opening bottles. Somehow a lot of people call me brothers. And suddenly every one of these brothers disappeared. And I remember this moment that this is actually a real story that happened. I always remember this picture where it was actually at this outdoor car park at Kallang. And what happened was that I was there driving my car. I sold one of my car already. The other car I couldn't sell it, and I couldn't pay off the monthly loan. And I went to this car park. Remember, I was parked there waiting for my then girlfriend to get off work because she was working at an indoor stadium, so I can fetch her off. So I can fetch her off work. And I was there, and then suddenly a BMW drove right in front of my car and blocked me. And I don't know who was this, right? And a guy walked down. And then knocked on my window. I wind down my window. I'm like, who are you? Why do you block my car? And he said that he was engaged by the toll company, by the loan company, because I haven't been paying my monthly loan for more than 3 months. And he called the toll company. The toll car came and they towed my car away. And I kid you not, just at the moment, my then girlfriend was walking towards my car. So can you imagine? Like I was living the high life, partying every single day. People, a lot of brothers. Even my girlfriend was like seeing me with the high life. And then suddenly my girlfriend saw everything gone. Even my car was towed in front of me. Imagine the kind of shame and embarrassment that I was facing. And I lost all my friends, I lost all my money, lost my girlfriend, of course. And during this period, I also lost the two most important people in my life. And that was basically my mom and my dad. Now, I do not know why this happened to me, and why this happened to me all at once when I was, in the most bottom part of my life where I lost all my money, I lost all my friends and everything. Basically, both my parents was diagnosed with cancer around the same period. And my mom was brain cancer. Within 5 months, she passed on. My dad was lung cancer. Within 4 months of diagnosis, he passed on. And so this is where I was at a crossroad right now in my life. I had lost all my money. I had no friends. And I don't even have parents to bail me out. See, some of you here, you do something, you fail, you still got parents that could try to save you. I have none of that. And I don't even have siblings. And I'm close to $500,000 debt. So obviously, I was down in a deep depression. And the reason why I share this story is not to gain sympathy from you. It was because of a learning lesson here. I was at a crossroad in my life, and I started to ask myself, do I continue to live in self-pity, or do I rebuild my business and my life back? But I didn't know what to rebuild, you see. I was depressed, I was angry at my ex-mentor and all that kind of stuff. And this is so important. That's why you need to have like good and wise friend. I had this wise friend at my lowest point of my life. He gave me this advice. He said, you can spend all your time to expose your previous company. You can waste all this time. What are the chances of you getting your money back? Or why don't you start a business again, rebuild everything again, and let your result be the revenge by itself. And he shared with me this story of money and purpose, that because he saw my rise when I was in the company. I had this experience, I had this skill set to generate customer, but I use it for the wrong company. And he saw I was making a lot of money, but I was making it for the wrong reason. Because back in the day, so this comes to the whole conversation of money and purpose. Because back in the day, all I care about is money. I just want to make a lot of money for myself, which what I shared earlier. I just want to make a lot of money for myself. And I thought the more money I make, the happier I'll become. But the funny thing is that every single day, I would, I make a lot of money. Even back in the day when I'm making a lot of money, I'm making a lot of money. I'll in my drinking days especially, I'll be partying and I'll be opening bottles. I'll be lots of friends, lots of people, lots of so-called brothers around me. And every single day I wake up and I'll still feel empty. And I thought to myself, maybe I just need to make more money. And the more branded stuff I buy, cars I buy, the house I buy, whatever I buy, and having more women in my life, I will eventually be happy. But the funny thing is that the more money I make, the emptier I got. And so this was a wake-up point for me, because I realized that I could use this skill set to continue to serve my selfish purpose, or I could use this skill set to get customers, the ability to generate customers, to actually serve people, to serve businesses that actually has a good product and services, and actually teach people how to do it. And my friend continued with this sentence. He said that marketing is your moral obligation. He said, Gabriel, it's a moral obligation, because if you think about it, in the past, when you know how to generate customers, you were generating customers for a Ponzi scheme. So what this means is that you were using your skill set for a company that doesn't add value to its customer. And imagine if you can do that for companies that actually have great product and services. And because he said that a lot of companies out there, they have great product and services, but is that enough? No, they don't know how to market them well. Because the truth is that when you were selling to your customers back in the Ponzi scheme, you were selling to your customers, those companies that actually have good product and services, right? They couldn't sell to your customers because you were marketing to your customers better than your competitor. And so today I submit to you that if you have a good product and services, if you believe that you have a product or service that could change people's life, it is your moral responsibility to market it into your customers and put it into the hands of your customer. Because if you don't do that, your competitor will do it. And your competitor may not even be selling the best product. Your competitor may not even have the heart for your customer. They just want to make a quick buck. They just want to make a quick commission. And they are marketing harder than you, and they're selling to your customers instead of you selling to your customers when you can actually help your customer. How many of you understand what I'm talking about here? Right? In fact, this is my mission today, right? Because like some people even come to me all the time and say that, Gabriel, I wish I know you earlier. Like when they found my agency, they will say things like, I wish I'd known you earlier. I just bought a bunch of stuff that didn't work for me. I wish I'd known you earlier. How many of you have people say that to you before, right? I wish I've known you earlier because I went to buy a bunch of junk and went to buy a bunch of bullshit that didn't work for me. And this is the reason why marketing is your moral obligation. It is your responsibility to put it in the hands of the customers that need it. If not, your competitor who doesn't care about your customers will do it. And they will take the customers away from you. Okay, if you understand what I'm saying, if you understand, if that makes sense, just type yes in chat right now. Okay, so that became my mission. And that was the reason why I started a digital marketing agency, to empower more businesses with this Salesable system. And this became my mission today, is to help people who help people, reach out to more people with a Salesable system. Okay, and I break it down right now, right? So I help people like you guys, right? I help people who help people. If you have a product or services that would make an impact in your customer life, that will add value in the customer's life, you are essentially helping them, right? You're helping them to achieve a better life, to reduce pain or to reduce their struggle in their life. I'm helping you, people like you, to reach out to more people. Okay, because once again, having the best product and services alone doesn't cut it. You need to know how to get customers. You need to know how to market yourself. Okay, and I want to help people reach out to more people. I want to help you guys to reach out to more people with a Salesable system. Okay, and I realized that by doing that, I can impact thousands or millions of lives through you guys. Okay, and because I never lost the ability to generate and market and get customers, because of Salesable system, I was able to use the Salesable system on my own agency and rebuild back my business to $1 million business, getting my $1 million award. So this is an award that you get when you achieve this thing called a 2 Comma Cup award. And then after that, I refined the process, used the Salesable system, and continued the process, and even built a $10 million business very recently and gotten my $10 million award. So this is the award sitting right behind me. And this time around, they shipped this award to me because I couldn't go to the US because of COVID and all that stuff. But this ability to generate customers has allowed me to have a lifestyle of freedom. It has allowed me to, I have lost everything, but I was able to rebuild back everything again because of this simple 4-step system. Okay, in fact, it's not just the money, it was also the freedom that he gave me. Remember just now I shared with you the story of my girlfriend saw, my then girlfriend saw my car being towed away. So there was actually a good story that came out of that. So long story short, she decided to stay with me, and she stood by me. She knew that I was going through a hard time, and she said, you know, she's gonna rebuild the business together with me, and she basically invested in me. And when she did that, I knew that she's definitely the one, because she saw that I lost everything and she still stayed by me. And eventually we got married. And when we got married, I actually promised her to bring her around the world. And I know a lot of people have this dream of bring your wife around the world before you even have kids and all that kind of stuff. And and fortunately for me, because we rebuilt our business with Salesburg, I was able to fulfill this system. So I was able to fulfill this promise, and I was able to bring her around the world, and I was able to fulfill the promise. And not just that, both my parents are no longer around, but I realized that was when it taught me the value of family, the value that I can no longer be with my parents, but I can make a difference with my children. I can spend all the time with my children as I want without having to compromise. And this is actually a 2 picture of me with my daughter Ayla. She's very cute right now. We have another one on the way, and we actually spent a whole month in Bali. And that's because Salesburg system has not just given me a financial freedom, but also time freedom. It allowed me to have less time, to spend less time in the business if I want to. And that's the gift that I want to give you guys. That's the system that I want you guys to understand. This 4 simple step. Okay, if you understand marketing, because marketing is more important than sales, it actually helps you to work lesser. Okay, and because of that, we actually get to work with a lot of market leaders in the market. So this is Jermaine. Jermaine is actually one of the lead trainer of iQuadrant. We actually started out helping them way many years back, 5 years back, when they first started out their whole training program, and we actually helped them to generate over 1,000 live attendees, generating over $3 million in sales for them. This is Benjamin Tan. They were running an Amazon business, and we were able to help them to grow 3 times of their revenue from $2 million to $6 million.
Before we were working together with Gabriel and his team, we were doing about plus-minus 2 million a year. So we managed to slightly 3x that annual sales to about 6 to 7 million within just 1 year.
All right, and then we have KS Tan, who have used our Salesburg system to achieve 2 Comma Club itself, right? So a lot of companies out there, they achieve 2 Comma Club, but they don't actually help a lot of clients of them to achieve 2 Comma Club itself. So this is one of our clients, KS Tan. He's in the property business, and we were able to help him to achieve over $1 million in commission in 1 year, US dollars in 1 year under 12 months by using our Salesburg system.
Amazing, something I dreamt about, and we did it within less than 12 months from the point of getting our first lead. So it's definitely something that within the trajectory of what we have planned for. Thanks, Ascend Group, for making this happen.
All right, so $1 million commission under 12 months using the Salesburg system. So I hope you understand and see how powerful this is right now. This 4-step system called Gather, Capture, Nurture, Close. And I hope you can see why am I even sharing this story right now, or even sharing this system with other business owners, right? Because of my purpose right now, because I want to help people who help people to reach out to more people. And this 4-step is your secret. This 4-step is the key to having you not have to worry about where to get the next sales ever again. This 4-step system is the key to generating hundreds of high quality leads every single month without and even potentially doubling and tripling your sales in 2023. So whatever business you're in, this is the 4-step system, okay, that many of my clients and my students have used. Okay, I lost everything. I was able to rebuild back and gain back even more because I never lost the ability to get customers. And that's something that you need to understand, that today the most important skill set is the ability to get customers, the ability to market yourself. Every business owner needs to know this skill set. You might think that you're just a property agent. You might think that you're just a financial planner. You might think that you're just doing MLM, or you run a cafe business. Any business you are in, the skill set, the most important skill set you need to know is to generate new customers. Because even if you pivot into a new business someday, you can still get customers. And you'll never be poor ever again. Does it make sense? So this is the 4 simple steps: Gather, Capture, Nurture, Close. We're going to go dive further, deeper into this with this first key of our Salesburg system. Okay, so key number 1 is how you can copy our proven funnel strategy that generate hundreds of high quality leads every single day. And we're going to spend some time to talk about the second step, which is capture. All right, because the gathering process is very simple. We will circle back to that. Remember, I shared that capture and nurture process is the most important, because first of all, you want to capture the right leads. Okay, if you run ads and you capture any leads, okay, rojak leads, any leads, random leads, spam leads, you're just going to waste a lot of time trying to follow up with them, trying to call them, trying to convince these people, trying to sell to these people, trying to hard sell. But if you just capture the right leads, okay, marketing is done right, your sales becomes easy. All right. So this is the reason why a lot of my clients and my students are able to achieve result very fast. They switch their focus. Instead of just focusing on all the social media platform, they focus on the capture and nurturing process. Now, whenever I talk about capturing process, people will think it's a website. And I just want to spend some time to clear up this misunderstanding that we're not talking about an information website. So when we talk about website here, we're talking about, you know, some people spend thousands of dollars, they create a website, and this website has this about us, contact us, our mission, our vision, and then there's a contact button and a lot of things on the website. How many of you have done that before? How many of you have spent time and money to actually create a website, and only to then realize that your website doesn't get you any sales or your website doesn't get you any leads? All right, if that's you, just help me to type me in the chat box. Okay, other people cannot see you, but I can see you. Okay, so yeah, I can see a couple of you type me right now. All right, so it's not a website, and the reason why a website does not work is like when someone gives you a flyer, right? When you go to an event and a salesperson gives you a flyer, okay, what do you usually do with the flyer? Guys, put it into the chat right now. What do you usually do with the flyer when someone just gives you a flyer? What do you do? Yeah, exactly right. Michelle said throw away. Right? Dina said throw away. Bless said throw. Roland said throw. Right? You guys all know, right? You just throw it away. Okay? A website is something similar. Okay? People give you a website. You go to the website. You don't actually do anything in the website. Right? You just close tab. That's all. And the reason is because the website is also called anti-sales department. And the reason is because a website has too many functions, too many features. Yes, about us, contact us, our mission, our vision, a form. There's so many things to click. So here's marketing lesson 101. A confused mind always says no. When someone has so many things to click, the only thing they click is close tab. Does it make sense? So that's why when I'm talking about a capturing process, I'm not talking about website. I'm talking about this thing called online sales funnel, okay, or a sales bus system.
Yeah, sales funnel.
And an online sales funnel is a series of web pages, but it's not the traditional information website that you usually see. So here's an example here. So this is one of my funnel, okay, for my agency. So this is how the first page looks like. So it's a series of web pages. The first page looks like this, okay? It has a headline here, okay? It has a headline, it has a video, and then it has a button here called click now to apply. And then once you click now, it will ask you to put in your email address. And once you put in your email address, it will bring you to the next page where it says you're one step away. Fill out this short application below. And then there's a video for you to watch. And then below this video, there is an application form. That's all. How many of you realize that on this page alone, there's no about us, no contact us, right? No numbers here for people to call, no social media icon. There's only one objective. Because remember I said the confused mind always says no. So the only one objective is click on this button, fill in your email address, and then it brings you to the next step. Okay, and then this takes asks you to fill in the application form. And then after you fill in the application form, it will go to the next step. So it's a step-by-step process. Okay, and this funnel alone, by the way, this is the funnel that made us our first $1 million online. Okay, and I want to show you guys how you can build something like this for yourself. Because people always say, but Gabriel, I don't run an agency business. I run a fill in the blank. Okay, I run a property business. I run an insurance business. I run a network marketing business. Or I run a supplement business. I run an F&B business. Okay, in fact, I even have a student recently that told me I run a funeral business. Okay, like how rare is it, right? People tell you that I run a funeral business. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the secret right now that whatever business you're in, you are able to find a funnel that looks something like mine that will work for you. Okay, if you're interested, just type yes in the chat right now. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the secret right now, how you can find a funnel in whatever business you're in, and you can apply and use that funnel to generate your first $1 million online. Okay, and because it did for me, and that's the reason why I'm so confident I say that it can actually work for you. Okay, so, and this is the secret right now. All right, the secret comes from this quote. Steve Jobs actually once said, good artists copy, great artists steal. So the secret to success for many of my students and my clients, right, especially my students, because they learn it and do it themselves, they were able to achieve that 60,000 additional commission, $80,000 commission, all right, or even growing their business to over $1 million in a year, like what I showed you earlier. It wasn't because they are very smart. It wasn't because they are very inventive and they created something brand new, which is what a lot of us try to do. And so the secret here is don't reinvent the wheel. Just model what works. I know that it sounds super simple, but it is what it is. It is just that simple. You don't need a brand new idea because brand new is not proven and tested yet. So if you want to find a funnel that is working, that means all you got to do is to find someone who has created a funnel that is already doing 7 figures or even doing multi-million dollars, and you just model what they do. That's all. So I'm going to give you guys a real example right now. So let's say I want to create an ad, advertising and funnel, right? I want to create an ad. And let's say I want to create an ad in the education business, okay? So Tony Robbins is one of the best person I can model because he is the best of the best. All right. How many of you here know Tony Robbins? Okay, I think that's majority of you, yeah? And Tony is the best of the best in the education space. And so if I want to create an education business, I want to model the best, Tony Robbins, doing $100 million a year. And here's the question, if he's doing $100 million a year, how many of you here will agree with me that he has a team, and the team is competent, and the team is someone that he pay a lot of money for, and the team would have tested everything that works and not work? If you believe in that, right, just type yes in the chat. If that makes sense to you, right, the best of the best will probably have the best marketing team, and they have tested everything that's working or not working, right? I see a ton of you typing yes right now, right? So exactly, right? So if they're already doing all the work, then you can just simply go and model what they do, right? That's all. So here's an example. You can click on this page called Page Transparency, and then over here you can click on this thing called Go to Ad Library, and then when you click Go to Ad Library, you can see all the ads that Tony Robbins is running. So which means that if Tony is running this kind of ads, he has an image, and the way he writes his copywriting, his writing here is structured in a certain way. I will go and model it. If he's creating a video, I will watch the video and I will model exactly how he do his video. Right? If he's doing a picture image ad like this and he'll write down it's winter, I'm not talking about the weather, he's writing a copywriting here, I will go and model. Does it make sense? And so if I can model their ads, I can even model their targeting. So if you go on, like, for example, Facebook or Instagram, and you see an ad from your competitor, don't just click it away, because there's a lot of information that you can model after. So let's say this is an ad. It's called Guru. All right, it's a software company. And when you click on the ad, you click on this three dot, and you click on this thing called "Why am I seeing this ad?" It will actually show you all the targeting that your competitor is trying to target. So it says Guru is trying to reach people who speak English. Guru is trying to reach people who are aged 24 to 25. So guys, question here: how many of you believe that if you can model the best in your industry, you can model the exact ad they're running, you model the exact targeting, you model the exact funnel they're running, you will have a higher chance of generating high quality leads and generating thousands of new customers with less effort? If you believe that's possible for you, just type me in the chat. Okay, can you guys see that this is not rocket science? Okay, so this is how we've been doing it for our students and our clients over and over and over again. Okay, so let's come back to this, right? What about a funnel? Okay, a funnel is the same thing. So if you go to all your competitor Facebook page and they are under their ads, right? You click on their ad, it will actually bring you to a funnel. So this is how a funnel looks like. So this is Tony Robbins' funnel, first page, second page. Now again, there are different funnels for different purposes, but this is what we call a coaching funnel. That means a funnel to get coaching clients. So first page looks like this. It has a headline here, fill up your application below, and then it has a form in the middle, and then it has a testimonial. And then after you fill up all this information, it brings you to the next page and it asks you to book a call with them. Okay? Now, the thing is this, as a market research, I will screenshot everything down. That's why I screenshot this, right? I screenshot first page, I'll screenshot second page. And so if one day I want to build a coaching funnel, or if I have a client who is in the coaching business, or I have a student who says, Gabriel, I'm in a coaching business, and what kind of funnel should I build? I will just show them how coaching funnel works, how people like Tony Robbins create a coaching funnel. How many of you understand what I'm saying? Okay? Because there's a higher chance of just modeling someone that's working. So obviously we're going to steal what they're doing, but we can model the structure. So model structure means that I'll create another funnel, and if Tony Robbins' headline is here, I'll put a headline here. He has a form, I'll put a form. He has a testimonial, I won't use his testimonial, I'll use my own testimonial. Does it make sense? And then when people fill up, I'll move on to the next page, which is a booking form. Okay, so once again, this is called market research, and we screenshot everything down. And what we do is we go on the internet and we do our research, and we find all the best funnels out there from all kinds of industry, from weight loss to investments to property to e-commerce to fashion to even children education like tuition. And that's how we are able to help our clients generate multi 6-figure and 7 figures. And whenever we need to create a funnel, we just need to model after somebody's funnel. Okay, how many think that's pretty cool? Okay, so here's one real example. When I was trying to create a funnel for myself, my agency funnel, right? My agency funnel that I showed you earlier. How I created the funnel was really simple. I actually went on the funnel library. This is the funnel library that we created. And then there's this funnel called Phone Funnel. And Phone Funnel is perfect for a high ticket product. That means if you're trying to sell a high ticket service, okay? High ticket product like property, or high ticket service like investment or financial planning. These are all high ticket, right? Anything more than a few $1,000s. Then there's this funnel called Phone Funnel that is the best for filtering out higher quality leads for you to call. Okay, and so how I get this, I just simply go and find my mentor's funnel. So I had a mentor back then called Russell Brunson, and he has a funnel that sells mastermind and coaching. And this is how the funnel looks like. The funnel looks like this. First page, he has a headline, and then there's a video of a bunch of his mastermind students, and then there's a button here that you can click on. Once you click on this button, you ask you to put in your email address, And then after that, it will bring you to the next page. It says you're one step away. Fill up this short application below. And then there's a video of Russell Brunson explaining about what is this mastermind about. And then there is a form here. Simple 2-page. Okay. Now, this is my agency funnel. First page, headline, video, button. How many of you can see that it's very similar to Russell? Second page, you are one step away. Fill in this short application below this video right now. There's a video here, and then below this video, there's a form for people to fill up before they can jump on a call to work with my agency. How many of you can see that this two funnel looks almost the same? If you can see that, just type same in the chat box right now. Okay, I'm going to give you an example right now. Can you guys see Russell, headline here, video here, button here, okay? And then next page, you're one step away. Can you see mine? It's the same thing, headline here, video here, button here, and then next page, you're one step away, fill up this application, and then there's a form also. Can you guys see that? So it's not a rocket science. It's not hard for you to create a funnel. Anybody can do this if you're willing to just simply go and research what your competitor is already doing. Okay, and you don't have to be smart, you don't have to be creative, just model, right? And is this legal? It's absolutely. This is actually called market research. If you go to a business school, this is what they teach you as well. Okay, so every time I share this again, so once again, I just simply model after Russell Brunson's funnel, and I made $1 million with this funnel. All right, how many think that's cool? And so every time I share this, there'll be always a question. People always say, but Gabriel, I run a fill in the blank business. Can this work for me? So they will say, I run a property business. I run a F&B business. I run a printing business, or whatever business you're in, okay? So like I said, it doesn't matter what business you're in. The principle is the same. Model after somebody's proven funnel. That's all, okay? In whatever business you're in, you can find someone to model. So here's an example. And you can even model people in a different industry. So I give you an example, because in the agency, I want to get high quality leads. I want to get high quality leads to sell a high ticket service. And so one of my first few clients that came to me was this guy called Darren. Darren's in the property business. And Darren said, Gabriel, can I build a similar funnel with you? Right? Like I'm in the property business, you're in the agency business. Can I model your funnel and build something similar? And I said, of course. And so we built a funnel that looks like this. Can you see the first funnel? This is the first page, second page, third page. Can you see the first page has a headline, video, a button, and then the next page it says you're one step away, and then there's a video explaining his services, and then in the bottom here there's a form, 6 to 8 questions for people to fill up, for people to jump on a call to buy property from him. How many of you can see that it's almost the same thing? Russell runs mastermind business, I run an agency, they're all different business, and my client runs a property business. Okay, and he can model the same exact funnel. So you can also model people who are in a similar industry. It doesn't have to be the same exact industry. So if you cannot find people in the same exact industry to model, you can model after people in a similar industry. If I'm trying to get a high ticket customer, he's trying to get a high ticket customer, it's the same thing. Okay, so here's the thing. When I created this for him, a lot of people didn't believe that it was possible. Who would want to put in 6 to 8 questions to jump on a call with a property agent? And guess what? You see, at the end of the day, right, it doesn't matter what you think. What matters is the result. And here's the result. People put in all this information. Okay, and these are real questions, okay, real answers. Of course, we remove the phone number and data for privacy reason. But here are real questions. Is this the first time buying a property? Yes, no. What is your age? 35, 43. How soon you intend to get your next property? 3 months. What's your gross monthly income? 10,000, 12,000. Now, question here. How many of you feel that this is definitely a higher quality lead? If someone is willing to fill up 6 to 8 questions to jump on a call with you, do you think they are much more serious buyer or they are not serious?
Serious.
How many put it in the chat? Serious or not serious? Do you want to talk to people like that? That's the question. Do you want to talk to people who are serious? Or you want to talk to just a bunch of people who just put in their name and email number and phone number and email address, and you don't even know whether they are serious people? Obviously, you want serious leads, right? And you see, again, whatever business you're in, you can change the questions according to which industry you're in. So it doesn't matter which industry. Okay, you can just model, right? The other thing is this: if you jump on a one-on-one call with these people, do you think that it's much easier to sell to them? Of course, you already have so much information about them. You can design your sales pitch accordingly. That's the best part of our funnel. The funnel does so much work for you. The funnel actually filter out a lot of low quality leads. And the other thing is this: do you think that some people will fill up nonsense? They'll put first time buying, what's your age? They'll put like 60, and then they'll put their income maybe only $2,000. You know, like they're not even quality people. Now, what can you do with leads like that? You see, in the past, if you get low quality leads, you get spam leads, right? You have to call them. You still have to call them one by one to filter out which is the good leads and which is the bad leads. But what a funnel does is that a funnel filters out for you. In one look, you can really see, hey, this is not a quality leads, and you don't waste your time to call them, which means that the funnel, okay, helps you to save a lot of time because you don't even have to cold call people anymore. How many think that's pretty cool? How many type cool in the chat? That means you look at the applicants, right? You can decide who you want to call. You don't have to call every single one. You're gonna save a lot of time with them. Okay, some of you here are still running ads, trying to generate hundreds of leads, and then you call them one by one. Waste of time and resources. Okay? So what happened here is this. After creating this funnel, within a month, okay, we were able to help Darren close a $50,000 commission deal. Okay, and then another one within a few weeks after. Now, this funnel was created 3 years ago. Okay, but this was a video that Darren did for us during the circuit breaker. So during the circuit breaker is when, you know, there was two months lockdown in Singapore, right? During COVID-19. And during 2 months lockdown, property industry is definitely hit the hardest because you cannot even go out. You cannot even sell. How do you sell property if you cannot even go out for viewing? But not Darren, because we created this funnel even before that, and the funnel was generating high quality leads, right? Because these are high quality leads that are already ready and serious to buy. During the 2 months of circuit breaker, he was still able to close deals just on a Zoom call because the leads are so high quality, they don't even need to look at the property. Okay, and this is what happened.
Hi, I'm Darren Ng, and I help people to build their property portfolio in Singapore, investing in local properties. So in the past, I was really working a lot in full force in the traditional marketing, and then also based on referral. And over the years, I just realized that this is going to come and steam out, and I had to go into digital platform, and that's what he did. And I'm just extremely grateful because after he has done the funnel for me, in the past 2 months during the circuit breaker, right, I actually achieved $150,000 in sales. Any of you that wants to consider engaging Gabriel, I think he's a real deal. Go for it, all right? He's genuinely can help you in your business. I've had the result already, and I believe you have the same.
All right, so I'm not sure if you guys can hear that just now. During the 2 month circuit breaker, he was able to achieve additional $150,000 in commission when everything was on a lockdown through the funnel that we created for him. He was able to sell multi-million-dollar property through Zoom because the leads are high quality leads. So don't question the funnel. If someone is doing it, now some of it may not make sense. Like, why would people do this? Why would people do? Doesn't matter. Don't question the funnel. If someone is doing it and they are getting results from it, just moderate. Okay, so here's another example of another one of our students. So this is Lynn. Lynn was able to create all this by herself. So what happened was that Lynn, when she actually came to this same exact 2-hour class that you guys are watching right now, and when she first came, she was also a bit skeptical because she didn't know who I was. She didn't know what I can do. And the other thing was this: a lot of people say that, no, Gabriel, I have an agency and my clients are basically, we build the funnel for them, right? So what some of you here are asking, can I build funnel like that for myself? I don't have money to hire an agency, all right? Because my agency right now is like $10,000 a month. So not everyone can hire that, pay that amount of money to hire. So some people say, can I actually create funnel for myself? And this is what Lynn did. Lynn was basically she actually came to this 2-hour class, and then she actually came to one of our 3 days boot camp. And in the boot camp, she actually learned our exact step-by-step system, how to create a salesable system. And she was able to create a whole funnel by herself with her son. So can you see that this is how it looks like, right? First page, second page, third page. She just simply modeled, right? So there's a headline here, video here, button, and then the next page is a form, right? She just simply modeled. Can you guys see that it's almost the same thing? Okay, Darren's, mine, right? It's almost the same thing. She just simply modeled. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just didn't question, just model. Okay, and this is what happened to them after 10 months of attending our class.
The thing I like is the customer will respect you as though you are the professional, the consultant. Unlike most Facebook where people say, oh, it's crappy leads, or the leads actually treat you like information provider.
And how many deals have you guys managed to generate from this?
7 deals, about $250,000 we have made in 10 months just from the funnel itself.
All right, additional $250,000 in 10 months through the funnel itself. It's not just the money. How many of you understand? Sometimes if you make a lot of money, right, but you have to sell your soul to make the money, right, it's not worth it. But can you guys see just now, she said what? The leads comes in and the leads treat them with respect. The leads does not treat them like information counter. How many of you here want leads that treat you like an expert? They listen to you instead of treating you like an information counter, ask you a bunch of questions, and I'll never buy from you. All right, if that's you, just help me to type me in the chat box right now. Okay, and that was what we were able to do for them, right? Additional $250,000 in 10 months, and they actually get respect and they get people that doesn't treat them like an information counter. And I think that's a better way of growing your business instead of selling your soul and constantly trying to hard sell people, right? So if you want leads like that, just help me to type me in the chat box right now. And once again, I know that there are some of you here once again thinking about, will this work for my X specific business? Will these work for my fill in the blank business? Okay, and I want to show you guys a few more examples of what some of my clients and my students that it works for any other industry as well. So here's an example. This is financial planning, right? So does this work for financial planning? Yes, it does. This funnel itself has generated multi-million dollars in investment deals, okay, for one of my clients. And can you see the funnel is almost the same thing? She's in a financial planning business, but you see the property funnel and the financial planning funnel is almost the same. Okay, see there's a headline, there's a video, there's a button, and then after that there's a form for people to fill up. That's all. So it doesn't matter which industry you're in. So another one of my students also, she came to one of my class, my 3-day class, and after the 3-day class, she applied this exact same thing, and then she actually built this entire funnel for herself for a financial planning business within just a couple of weeks. And within about 60 days to 90 days, she was able to achieve this result.
So one of the biggest milestones I've achieved is actually 10 times of my ad spend.
All right, so her result was...
my ad spend so far is about 3,008.
All right, so her result was 10 times of her ad spend, which means that every dollar she put into her ads, she's getting $10 back out. Okay, that's something that I want you guys to take note of because we're going to come to that in key number 3. But the main thing was she was able to generate a $23,000 commission with just $2,000 ad spend. All right, and again, any other industry you're in, for example, MLM, health supplements, can you guys see that this is an example of another weight loss? Okay, so if you're in weight loss, you're in coaching, this is another one of my students. They were also able to generate hundreds of new leads that's coming into the funnel every single time. So first page, second page, third page, can you guys see that? Even hair salon, like local businesses, restaurant, F&B, restaurant F&B. This is another example of a restaurant funnel, and it's the first time we ever built a restaurant funnel in Singapore. Okay, so this simple restaurant funnel has generated double the sales, so it's $38,000 before the funnel. After building the funnel, the next month onwards, immediately almost double, right, from $38,000 to $61,000. Even a wellness local business selling massage and pain relief treatments, we're able to help them to generate using a simple funnel like this. Okay, first page, second page, third page, okay, lymphatic treatment and all that. We're able to help them to generate over 4,000 new leads. And from online sales, okay, this is just the trial offer. Trial offer means, usually for local business, they will have like trial offer where you pay like $40, you come for a trial first before you buy something else. Just the trial offer alone, right, was $26,000 in sales. How many of you think that's pretty awesome? If you think that's awesome, tell me to type yes in the chat. Okay, which means there's a lot more sales in the offline that we couldn't track. Right, just $26,000 online, people buying $40 just for a trial, and then they come down, they buy more things. Okay, and this is the reason why Pathma, one of my clients, he actually said, wow, amazing. Wow, amazing. I'm so happy I can cry. So many so-called digital experts tell me that we should not get people to pay as it will affect the result. Because what happened was that a lot of experts told them that they shouldn't get people to pay online. But we did it for them, right? So finally, this is coming true thanks to Ascend Marketing and Gabriel. So the best thing about having a right funnel is that if you use the right funnel, you can even get people to pay online first. The best part is they pay online first, they come down or don't come down, doesn't matter. You already collected the money. So the chances of them coming down is a lot higher. A lot of you here, you're running ads and you're saying, here's a trial offer, come down. But the problem is that when people come down, you don't even know when they're going to come down or not. There's always a chance that people don't come down. But this, with a funnel, you're able to get people to pay money first. So the chances of them coming down later is very high. Okay? So once again, how do you build your own funnel? Whatever business you're in, how do you build your own funnel? Right? Do you reinvent? Do you reinvent the wheel? Do you try to do something different? Try to do something special? No. The learning lesson here is that you just model someone's proven funnel. And whatever industry you're in, as I showed you earlier, there's always a funnel that you can model. That's the reason why we're able to help so many people in different industries create their funnel. Okay? So let's move on to key number 2 right now. And key number 2, I'm going to show you guys the fast track shortcut to creating your own lead generation system in 30 minutes or less without tech knowledge. So whenever people see funnels and all that, and they'll say, it's great, sounds good, just model someone's proven funnel, but how do I actually create a funnel myself, right? Like, how do I actually get down to doing it? And you see, if I want to create a funnel like that, right, where do I build this on? Do I build this on a website, on a software? How do I build this? Do I hire a coder? And I want to share with you that this is the old and hard way of building a salesable system. Okay, in the past, how to build a salesable system is that you have to build on a WordPress, okay? Or you have to know basic coding. Or you have to hire a coder or website builder, which is very expensive. It can cost you like $5,000 to $15,000. And it's very slow, can cost you 8 weeks to 12 weeks for the coder and website builder to build all these funnels for you. And just generally, it is not for beginners. This is the reason why, right? Funnels and my salesable system has existed for decades, okay? That means this is not something new. I didn't invent this, okay? In fact, I learned this, I discovered this. But not everyone is using it. In fact, a lot of the competitors are not using it right now, or not yet. More and more are starting to use it right now. And if you don't jump on soon, if you don't start creating a funnel soon, your competitor is going to catch up. Okay. And the reason is because it's not easy for people to create in the past, but now it's getting easier and easier. And also in the past, there's a lot of buggy software. So there's a lot of software that you can use to create a funnel. But like, for example, like ClickFunnels, I used to use ClickFunnels a lot. But the problem was that it's very buggy, always break down, a lot of issue. And so we decided to take matters in our own hand. And I want to show you guys a new and easy way of building a salesable system today. So after creating funnels and creating multi-million-dollar business for clients, for ourselves, for the last 6 to 7 years, we decided to create our own system, which is a drag and drop system. So no coding needed. And it has all the emails and SMS templates to automatically nurture your customers for you. It has funnel templates that you can use in whatever business you're in that you can model after. And you can create a funnel generally in less time, like 30 minutes or less. And you can build a working funnel, a funnel that can capture leads after you set everything up. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys right now because we have some time right now. In fact, I was supposed to play a video, but I decided why not just do a live demo. So how many of you here will want me to show you a live demo of how I build a funnel with our software? Okay, in 10 minutes or less, in fact. Okay, a working funnel that it can be used to capture leads. Right? If that's you want me to show that, just help me to type me in the chat box right now. Okay, all right, awesome. I see a bunch of me right now. Bess, John, Linda, Michelle. Okay, what about the rest of you? All right, David, awesome. Right, Andre. Okay, so let me share with you my screen here. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you my screen. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to build an application funnel. That, again, there's different kinds of funnel for different purposes. But for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to show you one funnel here, which is this funnel earlier that made me my first $1 million. Okay, and have made so many of my clients multi 6-figure to 7 figures. Okay, all they did was model me. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to build this funnel called application funnel. So if you want to build a high ticket funnel to generate high ticket customers, then this funnel is definitely something for you. But if you're not in a high ticket business, your e-commerce business whatsoever, then just still pay attention because I don't have time to show you all the different funnels, but I want to show you how easy it is to just simply clone out a funnel. And we have different funnels for different businesses. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen right now, and if you guys can see my screen, this is a demo account. Can you guys all see demo account? If you guys can see, just help me type yes in the chat. If you all can see my software right now. Okay, this is actually a web software. Yes, all good. Okay, I see a tons of yeses coming in right now. Okay, so this is Salesable, and we actually created this to help service professionals and service business owners and small business owners to capture more leads and to nurture those leads into sales. Okay, so it actually has a lot of different features. It is kind of like a CRM as well, where you actually can track like how many leads comes in, how many close, how many open, how many lost, and then how much sales is converted, what's the conversion rate, a lot of things that you can use for. But today my focus is to show you how to create a funnel. You can even create a membership site, you can do reputation management, you can even create automatic email sequences, calendar booking, and a lot of different features. But I want to focus my attention on just this thing called how to build a funnel. Okay, so if you have more time, I can show you a few more features, quite some cool features here. All right, so in fact, I'm going to time myself right now to show you how fast it is to clone a working funnel, right? A funnel that is working, that you actually can start sending it to people and start generating leads. Okay, so I'm going to click start right now and show you how fast it is. All right, so all you got to do is to click on this button here called sites, and under sites, right, you will be automatically brought to funnels. Okay, and like I said, there's a lot of other stuff you can do like membership and website and survey, but we're going to focus on funnel right now. So if you click on funnel, you can click on this thing called add a new funnel, go to template library, and it will show you a lot of different funnels you can create. Can you guys see all these different beautiful funnels that you can create? So it actually has like automotive, beauty, fashion, business consulting, creative is like your videography, photography, design, financial, wellness, home services, insurance, legal, marketing agency, and a lot more other different kinds of funnels that you can create. But we also created some of our advanced funnel here under general templates. So these are all the templates that you can use in whatever industry you're in. And remember I said that one of the funnels that is very good for generating high ticket customers and still good today is this funnel called application funnel. Okay, so I'm going to click here. I'm going to clone this funnel. This is actually a template. So all of our Salesable users get these templates. Okay, and this templates is basically a template that you can clone out and can edit for your own business. Okay, so but I'm just simply going to click on this 3 dot box here. And then after that, I'm going to click on this button called clone. It's that simple, okay? After I click on clone, I just need to name this funnel. So I'll just name it Salesable Application Funnel Demo, okay? I'll click clone funnel, and within seconds, it's done. Can you guys see that? So once I've done that, I just need to click back to funnel. Can you guys see that? I'm going to click back to funnels. And then the funnel that I just cloned out called Salesable Application Demo. Can you guys see a few seconds ago, it was cloned out. It is cloned out already, okay? And all I got to do is, because it's a template, right, I just clone out. So I just click on here. I click in here to edit the funnel because you still need to do some minor editing in order for you to use it for yourself, okay? So 3 pages is created for you. Can you guys remember that time application funnel, there's 3 pages. There's the first page, what we call the case study page. And then the second page is for people to fill up the 6 to 8 questions. And then after they fill out the 6 to 8 question, it goes to the thank you page. So it's 3 simple pages, all created for you step by step in the whole process set up for you. So all you gotta do is to go and change up some of the copywriting. So this is the case study page. I'm gonna click under edit. Okay, I'm gonna click edit a new tab and show you how simple it is for you to edit this funnel for yourself. Okay, and by the way, our funnel is 2 times faster. It loads 2 times faster than most funnel builder software out there, including ClickFunnels. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why we created this, because loading speed was definitely one of the issue for a lot of funnel. A lot of softwares out there, and loading speed is very important, because imagine it takes 5 seconds or 6 seconds to load a web page. Okay, people will definitely get distracted and close because people's attention time span is getting shorter. Okay, our site loads in about 2 to 3 seconds. Okay, now once you are here, can you guys see that all these are written for you, and it has a template for you to fill up. So like how to in something. This is what we call the headline. So this is basically everything is drag and drop, right? So can you see that there's a button, there's a logo here? I can basically change this logo to any logo I want just by uploading an image. Okay, so you have a company logo, whatever, you can change this to something else. You can make this bigger, smaller. I'm going to make it bigger right now, just for sake of demonstration. Can you guys see? Instantly it becomes bigger, right? It's very fast as well, instantly updated. So I changed 200, for example, here, it becomes smaller. Can you guys see that? All right, next thing is I'm going to change the headline. So the main thing about a funnel is your headline, your writing here, okay, your copywriting here. So in whatever business you're in, you just need to change the writing accordingly. So for example, if let's say I'm in the property business, then I'm going to put, okay, I have quite a lot of property students. So I'm going to put something like how to spot investment properties, okay, with 6-figure capital gain, something like that, right? So, all right, so without compromising your lifestyle, okay? Just gonna put a without bigger. Okay, so can you guys see that this instantly becomes a property funnel? So if you are in a property market and you want to use this to generate property leads, then this is a funnel you can use already. Okay, and of course there's a few more editing here that needs to be done, like why work with your name. So you can just replace this name with Gabriel Wong, and you can change all the writing here. Hey, it's Gabriel here, and then talk about a bit about the credibility and so on. So all the copywriting is also, there's also template for you to write. Okay, so over here it becomes a property investment funnel. Now, if I want to turn this into a weight loss funnel, all I need to do is to turn this into a weight loss copywriting. So how to lose weight, okay, in 90 days. So let's say if I'm a weight loss coach, okay, without going to the gym, right? So can you guys see that this now becomes a weight loss funnel? That's the reason why I say it doesn't matter which business you're in, as long as you can write a copywriting based on your business. And I'm going to show you guys later how easy it is for you to write this even if you have no experience, okay? The other thing is about video. People always ask, do I need a video? If you don't want, you can always remove the video. I'm going to add in an image here. So you can also add in different elements here. Can you guys see? You can add in calendar, you can add in order form. So those of you doing e-commerce, you can add in order form to collect information like credit card and get people to buy something immediately. But in this example, I'm just going to add in an image here. So I'm going to click on image here, okay? And then I'm going to remove this video by clicking on this delete button, and it instantly disappears. Can you guys see that? And then for image, I just need to go to the left-hand corner, click on this button here, okay? And then upload a picture of anything, all right? So it can be a picture of yourself. So for me, I'm just going to put my own picture. Okay, can you guys see that? Now the picture is a bit scary, yeah? Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to click on this and I'm going to reduce the size and put 300 here. Can you guys see that? It becomes a smaller example, a smaller picture. And this is a funnel that's already working, right? So how to lose weight in 90 days without going to the gym. There's a picture of me. Let's click here to apply now. When you click here, there's a pop-up button. Okay, it's all already created for you, for people to put in their email address. Okay, and then once I'm done, all I need to do is to click on this button called Save at the top right-hand corner. And then this funnel is saved. Everything I've edited has been saved. And I can actually use this funnel right now to start collecting leads. Okay, I can start running ads or whatever to start collecting leads. Okay, how many think that's pretty cool? Okay, I'm gonna go back right now and I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna do a quick refresh, and everything I've edited, okay, has now been updated. Right? How many think that's pretty cool? Just type cool in the chat right now. Okay, while this thing loads. Okay, pretty fast. Can you guys see that? I refreshed and everything has been updated. I'm gonna click on a preview right now and show you that. Can you guys see this? This is an actual live functioning website right now, a live functioning funnel right now. Okay, so I can send this to people and people can start filling out an email address. So I can click here and I can put in an email address. I'm going to put in like a random test email just to show you how it looks like. So once I put this, I click submit, it will go to the next page. Okay, of course, because of the demonstration, I'm not going to edit the next page. But the point is that the next page, can you guys see that there's this 6 to 8 questions for people to fill up so you can filter out the high quality leads. You can add questions, you can change these questions according to your industry. So obviously, if you're in weight loss, you want to ask information about their weight. If you're in financial planning, you want to ask information about their income, about their net worth, about their how they invest, how aggressive they invest, and so on. You can change the question accordingly, okay? But the whole point I'm trying to show you that it's already a working funnel. You can fill up this form and you can even submit, okay? And I built this in how long? I'm going to stop here right now. How long did I take to build this? Please put it into the chat for me. I want you to see how simple it is to create a funnel, right? It's not rocket science here. Let me put in the chat right now. Okay, how fast did it take for me? Less than 8 minutes, exactly, right? Best put less than 8 minutes. Okay, so less than 8 minutes exactly, and I'm doing it as I'm speaking and teaching. Okay, so you definitely can do it a lot faster, and that's the reason why I say under 30 minutes is absolutely possible. So since we have a bit of time, I want to show you some other features that we have. So remember just now that we talked about the next step, right? Other than capturing the information, you want to nurture them. Okay, because it's also important to nurture. And for example, when someone fill up this information here, this form here, okay, you can automatically trigger a sequence of email and SMS to nurture them. Okay, and all you gotta do is click on this thing called automation. So under the automation, the best part is that we even give you a template on how to write your emails and what kind of email to send. So you don't even need to scratch your head and think about what to send them. So here's an example. When someone fills up an application funnel, there's this application funnel workflow template. Same thing, it's a template you can clone and use. I'm going to show you how it looks like. So I'm going to click in here and show you that there's actually this template here. Okay, so this is what we call a workflow. So what it means is that when someone fills up the form, okay, it will automatically trigger this thing to start sending emails. And you can even do what we call sequence email. So this sequence email is like, can you see the first email, wait 1 day, then the next email, wait 1 day, next email, wait 1 day. So you even can send what we call a sequence email to do what we call building relationship and nurturing them. Because sometimes you need to send them a few emails, okay? And each email is to talk about different things, okay? So even the email itself, you can take a look. If I click on this email, it even has a copywriting here. Can you guys see that? There's a copywriting in here, okay, that you can edit. Okay, there's a copywriting here that you can edit accordingly. So we even teach you what to do, like welcome your audience and introduce yourself. So you can change this Sophia to someone else. I can put Gabriel Wong here, right? Together with my team, we want to take a minute to welcome you. Then you can share your experience. So I've been a financial advisor for more than 33 years now. Obviously, if you're not a financial advisor, you can change to something else like weight loss expert or whatever. Okay, expert for the last for the last 5 years. Okay, here's an example, right? And then once everything is done, you can just click on this thing called Save Action. Okay, once you click Save Action, everything is done. And when someone fill up something, all these emails will be sent out to them. Okay, someone asked a question, were you able to stop the auto sequence in case they reply and so on and so forth? All this can be done, right? Or you can manually interrupt them. You can manually come in to decide to stop the emails from going out. It's entirely up to you, okay? We even have SMS. So as you can see over here, when someone fill up the application, they will receive what we call SMS confirmation. So you can, same thing, we also give you a template of what to write for the SMS. Just need to change this up, okay? And then click Save Action, all right? And when someone fill up this information, they'll receive an email, an SMS to confirm they have signed up, and then a bunch of emails to nurture them, Okay, how many think that's pretty cool? Can we just type cool in the chat? No other software out there has done this, and even they have done this, they don't actually give you all the sequence and all the copywriting, okay, for you to actually do it for yourself. Okay, and that's the whole point. We want to create something that anybody can learn how to use simply, okay, even if they are not a tech person, you're not a tech expert, or they are not a tech savvy person. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my training right now. Let me just share my screen again. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my screen and show you how fast it is, right? So I've shown you how simple it is for you to create a funnel. So all you got to do is to clone out a funnel using our Salesforce software. And this was basically how Shake was able to do it. So can you guys see that Shake actually created a funnel for his own business? And this is how his funnel looks like. First page, second page, third page. Okay, and can y'all see that it's almost the same as my funnel, right? He didn't even change the copywriting. Like on the second page, it says, you're one step away, fill up this your application right now. See on mine, you're one step away, fill up this application below right now. He just take the same thing because it's a template, right? He just simply model, right? But it doesn't mean if it's a template means that it's not good. These templates are proven to work. So all he did was that he cloned out this thing and then he applied, he launched this funnel, and within 3 weeks, okay, within 3 weeks, he was able to close a $27,000 commission deal. And you know what's the best part? He said is like do nothing. Like do nothing. You know why? Because the funnel filter out all the low quality leads for him, and he only talks to the high quality ones. That's why he said, right, I also don't know how I feel. 3 years I bleed to get this kind of closing. Door knock road show. Finally, a funnel that filter out high quality leads. And then within 1 month, we actually went to follow up with him and find out what's the result after, because it could just be a lucky thing. It could just be a one-time off deal. So after about 1 month, we actually follow up with them, and this is the result they've gotten after they continue to use this funnel, okay, for the next 1 month.
So up to date from whatever that he has already taught and from the resources that he has pushed us towards, I think we have managed to get slightly over 100 grand in terms of results from our commissions through total commissions through funnels, and also
all right, so $100,000 in additional commission in 60 days, right? Because first 3 weeks and then the next 1 month, so total about 60 days, they generated additional $100,000 in sales, okay, in commission they can put in their pocket just because of a funnel they can clone out, okay? So imagine if this can happen to you, right? And it's not as hard as you think, because you can just simply model someone's proven funnel and you can just use our template and clone it out, right? And apply it for yourself. And just like what Shake did, right? At first he was doing Door Knock Roadshow for 3 years. He was bleeding. He didn't get this kind of closing. And finally he was able to create a funnel. And he even said like do nothing, because the funnel generate for him all the high qualities and filter out for him all the people that he can talk to. So here's another example, one of our students, Hui Swan. And I wanted to share Hui Swan is because she didn't get like amazing results, okay? She is actually in the MLM business, okay, network marketing. I believe she is with New Skin, okay? Now, how many of you will agree with me that MLM is one of the hardest to generate leads? Because normally people hear MLM, they run far away, right? Because when you tell people, oh, I'm in New Skin, I don't know what other company out there, right? People generally run away, right? Because they know that you're trying to sell them something. So it's very hard to position yourself as an expert. How many of you agree? If you agree, just put yes in the chat. But what if I told you that this simple funnel that Hui Swan was able to clone out, we were even able to help position her as an expert, even in MLM. And the other thing I wanted to share is because she is actually 59 years old when she actually created this last year. She's actually 59 years old when she created this. And this year, 60. That means she's not a tech-savvy person. In fact, she even said herself, she's not a tech-savvy person. She only learned how to use Facebook when she was 57 years old, and she didn't even do much of it. But she was able to create a funnel like that. And can you see the funnel doesn't even look like super amazing. It's not like well-designed. But it doesn't matter. What matters is that it works. And just by applying this funnel, within 30 days, this was her result.
So I'm 59 this year. I'm not technologically inclined. In fact, I never even posted on Facebook until I was 57 years old. But with help, it's a lot better. So I launched on the 2nd, and I got my first call on National Day, which is the 9th. I remember I was very thrilled because on National Day, there were like 4 calls. I was like, what?
So far, out of this entire 30 days, how many sales have you roughly closed, and how much do you spend on ads?
I think ad spend must be around 800 by now. Sales amount is close to 9,000.
All right, so $9,000 in extra sales in 30 days with a brand new funnel. Now, again, the 9,000 sales is not like some amazing amount that I've shown you earlier for some of my students, 60K, 100K, but 9,000 sales. and she has never generated leads online before. How many think that's pretty awesome or pretty inspiring? Like if you have never generated leads before, hey, $9,000 is not bad. 30 days in one of the hardest industries to generate leads. And can you see the excitement? She was like, even on National Day, she got 4 calls who wants to jump on the call to listen to what she has to say so that she can offer them and sell them, okay, a package or whatsoever. People who wants to jump on the call with her. Okay, think about that. And she's what, 59 years old when she first started out, right? So one of the reasons why I want to share this is because I want to show you and hopefully inspire you that whatever your age is, even if you're not a tech savvy person, okay, if you follow our strategy, you follow how to clone, because of all the templates we already created, we made it so simple and easy, okay, for anyone of any experience or any technical experience to clone out their funnel, right? Obviously, if you are a total not a tech savvy person, there's going to be some learning curve, but it's definitely going to be a lot lesser than trying to figure everything out yourself, okay? And if Hui Xuan can do it, why not you? So last key is this, all right? I want to show you guys, right now I've showed you guys how you can create a funnel by modeling someone's proven funnel. The next one is just simply use like tools and softwares like Salesable to clone out funnels because of templates. Just use proven template. And then key number 3 is a secret marketing hack that market leaders use to get all leads infinite return, okay, and all leads for free. So this is the secret of how we are able to scale a business very fast. We are able to scale, earlier I showed you guys some examples of some of my clients that were able to scale a business from 0 to $1 million in just a year. Okay, and the reason why they're able to do that, we even help to scale one business from 0 to $10 million in a year. And the reason is because of this simple secret here. So listen up. We're gonna spend a bit of time on this thing called traffic, right? The gathering process, the first step of the system. Okay, because now we already talked about capture and nurture. We're gonna circle back into the gathering process. Now, when we talk about gathering process, there's only 2 ways to generate traffic on all these processes, like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube. Don't ever be confused by all these social media platforms. And one day, TikTok now is the big thing, right? But one day TikTok will die off and something else will take over. Whatever platform you're on, there's only 2 ways you can generate traffic on these platforms. And once you understand these 2 ways, you won't be confused ever again. So the 2 ways is you either pay for the traffic or you earn the traffic. That's all. So paid traffic means what? You buy ads, you pay for ads. Okay, you pay money and then Facebook show your ads. Or Instagram show your ads, or TikTok show your ads. Or you earn. Earn means organic. Organic usually has to do with you posting content and then building a following. Okay, there's only 2 ways. So what we call ads or organic. So Facebook, you can do ads or organic. Instagram ads or organic. Instagram ads or organic. LinkedIn ads or organic. TikTok ads or organic. YouTube ads or organic. Does it make sense? So whatever platform, there will always be these two ways to generate leads. Now, here's the thing. I don't recommend people to start with earned traffic. So earned traffic means organic. The reason is because people are focusing so much on vanity metrics. They're focusing on likes, engagement, followers. But likes, engagement, followers does not equals to sales. And the problem with building organic traffic is that it takes a long time to actually build a consistent size following. Okay? In fact, I have not seen anybody who has built a big following in 1 month. Even some of the best influencers I know, right? Some of the top tier influencers, people with millions of followers, all of them have a similar story. They took 1 year, 2 years, 3 years of posting consistently every single day, okay, or 3 to 4 times a week to get that kind of result. And they spent hundreds of hours to do that. So the question here is this: how many of us can spend hundreds or thousands of hours to create content, to post online, okay, without seeing a single sale? That was what a lot of these influencers did before they blow up. Okay, how many of us can do that? I'm going to be honest with you, I cannot. Okay, because I need the sales today. I got a team to feed. I got salaries to pay. I got family to feed. And I'm pretty sure you guys can relate to that. You can't be posting content for 1 year, 2 years, and then wait for the sales to come in. It's just not possible. So if you want sales now, how many of you here want sales now? If you want sales now, earn traffic or organic traffic is not the best way to go. The best way is to pay for traffic, which is to buy your traffic, your paid ads. Okay, running ads is the best way, okay, to generate leads online. That's all, okay, for you to start first. But the problem whenever I talk about running ads is always 2 issues. Number 1, people do not know what kind of ads to create. So today you can actually create ads that looks as simple as this, right? This is what we call an image ad on Facebook. You can also do this on Instagram, okay, or whatever platform you're on. But we usually highly recommend to start with Meta ads first because it's the easiest to start. So can you guys see that this is just a very simple image simple image. This is actually just a picture of me holding a framework. That's all. Okay, pointing at something. Okay, just to create what we call curiosity. See, the most important thing about the ad is what we call the copywriting. Okay, can you guys see? This is the copywriting here and the copywriting here. And so the biggest challenges for most people in the past is, I do not know what to write. I'm not a copywriter. I do not know what to write. But what if I told you today, with technological advancement, with AI and chatbots, you are now able to get an AI robot, right, to write the copywriting for you. You don't even need to write the copy yourself. I'm going to give you one example right now. This is actually a software. It's not our software, but we're actually developing our own software. We are developing a software to integrate with Salesforce in the future that will actually do this for you, okay? But this is just an example of another software, and it's very, very affordable. It's only $20 a month. And look at how much time it's going to save you, okay? I'm going to give you a real example right now. So this is basically the product name. So you just put in a product name, okay? So one of our students has this framework called a 7R property investment framework. So you can change this product name to any product name that you sell, okay? I'm pretty sure you can do that. Next one, product description. Describe what is this product? What's the benefit of the product? Okay, so in this example, I just put in how to find undervalued properties with 6-figure capital gain. All I did was to put in the product name and the description of the product. Okay, and I want you to watch what happens. I'm going to click one button, and the one button is going to generate for me the copywriting that I need. Okay, and if you blink your eyes, you might miss it. So don't blink. All right, so watch this. It's very, very fast. So I'm going to click here. Okay, so I fill in the name and the description, and then I scroll down. There's this button here called Generate AI Content. I click on that. And in seconds, can you guys see that in seconds, 3 copywriting was created? Okay, I'm going to zoom in right now to one of the copy. I'm going to pause this video right now to show you, okay, how to read the copy together, and you tell me if this copy is good or not. All right, so the copy is, attention, are you looking for new property investments? The 7R property investment framework is the most comprehensive step-by-step guide to finding undervalued properties with 6-figure capital gain, and this system will help you to find your next profitable deal in no time at all. How many think this is pretty good? If you think that's pretty good, help me type good in the chat. Help me type good in the chat if you think this is awesome. This is pretty decent. Come on. And this was created in how long? Guys, it's created in how long? It's created in seconds. Stop having the limiting belief, oh, I do not know how to do this. I do not know how to do that. You can use templates. You can use softwares. Even copywriting right now, there's AI. Stop limiting yourself. Okay, that you do not know how to do it. Okay, it is much easier than 5 years ago to generate leads online. Okay, so if you can take a picture like that, and you can use a software like that, you can easily create something like this. Okay, and this ads, okay, you actually can run this ad into your funnel. Okay, now what is the market? What is the secret here to getting all your leads for free? So that's the next part, because the first part is, how do I create my ads? All you gotta do is take a picture and then use softwares like this copywriting bot to write the copy for you, right? The next part is spending money, right? So people always say, I don't have a lot of budget, right? Gabriel, I don't have thousands and tens of thousands of dollars for budget to spend on ads to generate so many leads. What if I told you don't need? What if I told you you can just start off with $100 or $200? Okay, and let's be honest here. If you cannot even invest $100 or $200 here, get out of here, right? You're not even supposed to be here. Like, you want to grow a business, you don't even want to invest $100 or $200 in your business. Okay, so what if I told you that you can just invest $100, $200 in your ads? So this is the theory right here, okay, that I need you to understand. So humor me first, okay? Assuming that we spend $100 on ads, then again, ads alone is not going to generate you a good return. You need ads with funnel, which is what I shared earlier, right? An ad that goes into a funnel, because when you go to a funnel, it filters out the high quality leads for you. It gets the best kind of customers for you, okay? Without funnel, your ads alone is not going to work, all right? So assuming we put $100 into ads, into a funnel that can generate us 10 leads, okay? So that's about $10 per lead, which is very, very achievable. And then out of the 10 leads, right, we close one sale. That one sale makes us $200 in gross profit, okay? What will you do right now if you put $100 in ads, get 10 leads, and get $200 back out? What will you do next? Guys, what will you do next? Come on. Okay, this is not like rocket science, but what will you do next? If you can put $100 and you get $200 back out, right? Someone say invest more, right? Invest back, buy more ads. Exactly. You have just figured out how to 2x your return. You can turn $100 into $200. Now you can put the $200 back in to the funnel, get 20 leads, and get $400 back. So theoretically speaking, you are playing what we call a double up strategy. It's like going to a casino, putting $100, and then winning $200, and then $400, and then $800, and so on. But instead, this is not gambling. This is marketing. This is all calculated, okay, with logic and data. So here's the thing. Assuming if you spend $100 on ads, you generate 10 leads and you get $200 back. So let's say this is what we call one cycle, week 1 or week month, month 1, depending how aggressive you want to be. So let's say in the first month, I put $100 in, I get 10 leads, I get $200 back out. Second month, I just reinvest the $200 back in. Okay, I'm not taking out extra money. $200 back in, I get 20 leads, I get $400 back. And then third month, $400, I reinvest back in, I will get $800 back, and so on. And by the time I hit the 10th month, I will be investing $51,000, getting 5,000 leads, and I will get $100,000 back. I think that's pretty cool. Now you see, when people look at this, when people look at how I spend, because I spend a lot of money on ads, and people say, Gabriel, I don't have the kind of budget. Okay, I spend about $100,000, $50,000 to $100,000 a month on ads, and people say I don't have the kind of budget. But how many of you here don't realize that I don't have to take out $50,000, $100,000, $100,000 of money, of my own money, because what is my real ad spend? My real ad spend is only $100. So it makes sense. I started with 100. I just roll the money and I just roll and roll and roll and roll. So today it may look like I'm spending 50,000, 100,000. Some of my clients do that as well. But we started out low and we just simply reinvest. We just double up and let it roll. How many of you can see that? Okay. So that's the reason why we're able to build very big businesses. This $100, you're able to turn it into a $100,000 business. Okay. Imagine if we start with $1,000. Then that's $1 million business. Can you guys see that? Okay. Now, here's the other thing that most people don't get. If you put $100 in, and in 10 months, you're able to generate, theoretically speaking, you're able to generate $100,000 back. A lot of people are like, oh, that's amazing, that's big money. But the real money doesn't come from just this alone. You have put $100 in, and you have gotten back $100,000. That means what? You've already gotten back your capital, which is $100. Okay? But all these leads, right, that you already captured, you have their phone number, you have their email address, is now yours. And all this will also stack up. Now you got 9,830 leads for free. Can you guys see that now? This is why it's so fun. I don't know if you can hear it from my tone and my passion in this. This is why it's so fun for me, because I put in $100, I get $100,000 back out, and all these leads I generate is free. Now I can sell to these leads over and over again. Can you guys see that? This is the reason why my company is able to spend close to $1 million. Can you guys see that? One of our Google ad account, close to $1 million in just one single month. Okay. And that's because we're able to double down and double down and double down. So that's the strategy, double down, okay? If you're able to get a 2x return, then all your ads and all your leads becomes free. This is the reason why Henry Ford said, stopping advertising to save money is like stopping a watch to save time. You cannot do that, right? You cannot stop advertising to save money, okay? Stopping advertising alone is going to help you to lose money, all right? And the other extra thing I want to share with you guys is that nowadays people talk about recession. So there's some extra topic I want to share with you guys. And recession is actually one of the best time to run ads. A lot of people do not know this, all right? I'm going to share with you guys real data. In 2009 crisis, back in the day, 2009 crisis, people were panicking. And the economical pullback was only 0.7%. But advertising spend dropped 10%. Now, what does this mean? Whenever there's a recession, companies usually start to cut budget, okay? They start to be less aggressive and become defensive. And when they do that, what happens is that usually in ads, the more people are running ads, the more competitive the ads will become, and the more expensive your cost per lead, that means the cost to get one lead, or your cost to get a customer will become, okay? But when people start to pull back their advertising, there's less competition, your cost per lead becomes very cheap. Does that make sense? So in 2009, this happened before, and even in 2 years ago, during COVID crisis, this happened as well, because people were, when first 6 months happened, there was a lot of uncertainty. And what happened is that a lot of businesses start to become defensive. They pull back their marketing budget, all right? And in fact, there's a news that report that Facebook, Google could lose over $44 billion in ad revenue. But do you know what? This became a very good news for us because we started an education company. And back then, it cost us $400 to acquire a customer. That means we had to spend $400 on ads to get one customer. But it's already profitable, But during the 6 months, our cost to acquire a customer dropped to $100. Hey guys, how many think that's like almost free money? Come on. $400 to acquire a customer, we're already profitable. But during the 6 months of COVID crisis, when our competitors were all afraid, they were all putting back their budget, I told my partners and I say, don't be afraid. When people are afraid, when everyone is fearful, that's when we should be greedy. So we scale up our ads and we spend more money on ads, and we are able to get a customer for $100 instead of $400. What does this mean? We become very, very profitable. So in 1 year, we were able to grow the business from 0 to $10 million online, okay, with a net profit of about close to 50%. So we made about close to $4 to $5 million in profit in just one single year. How many think that's pretty cool? Just tell me to type cool in the chat. Okay, and I honestly believe that in 2013 that this might be happening again, because the whole world now is talking about recession and stuff like that. This is not the time to be afraid. This is the time to spend, because all your competitors are afraid. Then this is the time to come in and to actively steal all your competitor customers to yourself. And that's what we did, because during the 6 months we spent our money and we generate over 100,000 leads. 100,000 leads, guys. These are leads that we already own, we already have, we already pay very cheap amount for. And then 6 months later, when the economy started doing well again, because the government started printing money and so on, our competitors start coming out and they're like, oh shit, we missed out. And they come out and they started spending money, but it's too late, because we already gotten all the market share. We already gotten a big pile of the market share, and we already have 100,000 leads. And we stop our ads. When our competitors start spending ads, it's already become expensive, and we stop our ads. Okay? And when we stop our ads, this 100,000 leads is ours already. Okay, and we can send emails, we can get salespeople to call these people over and over again, and this is now generating for us passive income. Okay, because we don't have to spend a single cent on ads again for this business, for this particular business I own. All right, and when you have all these leads that's coming in, that's where you can add in the next step again, called the nurturing process, because some people may not buy from you now, but they may buy from you 6 months later, they may buy from you 1 year later. But once you already capture the information, the leads is already free. This 100,000 leads is already for us free. We started the business with $10,000. We grew to a $10 million business. We already made profit. This 100,000 leads is ours for free. And we can nurture them. We slowly drip them with value. We slowly send them emails and follow up and nurture them. And we can sell them in the future. How many of you understand? We can sell them stuff in the future. Okay? So, once again, this is the reason why some of my clients here, can you guys see my screen here? So this is the funnel I showed you earlier, right? This is one of my clients. We were able to help this client generate 3,835 leads, okay, within a few months. The ad spend was 14,000, but it actually started with $1,000 only, because this $1,000 just keep repeating, double down. And the total sales was 28,000. And remember, I shared that this is just a trial sales. Trial sales means that these people buy a trial and then they come down, and the return is already 28x. Okay, the best part is this 3,835 leads are free leads, and these free leads we can promote anything we want. So that it's like a Mother's Day sales, and they want to promote Mother's Day, so they can send an email and SMS to promote a Mother's Day promotion. Okay, and just one email SMS generate an additional $1,000 sales. Okay, and they can send a lot of different SMS and a lot of different emails. How many think it's pretty cool that when your sales are low, you just send an email SMS, and the email SMS can generate you a few $1,000s in sales. Okay, if you think that's awesome, just type awesome in the chat. That's what I want to give you. That's freedom already. You don't have to rely on ads anymore in the future. Okay, now for them, they're still growing, they're still spending ads to grow their email list, to grow their database. But if they stop, okay, they don't have to spend, and they are able to still get sales. Here's another example of another one of my clients. I'm going to share some sensitive information, so I cannot reveal the name. This is Jane Tan is an anonymous name, okay? But what happened was that we generate for her, she's a financial planner, 7,395 leads. And again, we spent about $100,000, but we started only $1,000, because we created a funnel that was generating high quality leads. There was people investing millions of dollars, investment deals, millions of dollars investment deal. So total investment deal was like 6-7 figure investment deal, and the profit is already 10 to 20x. But the best part is this 7,000 leads is free, because she already got back her money. And now anytime she wants, she can send an email to do what we call a market update. Because you see a lot of financial planner, like right now, the world is going to recession. So you can send a financial planner and say, all right, I'm going to do a market crash masterclass and talk about what's going to happen in the next 6 months. Okay, so she do a class, she send an email, and just by sending a few emails, we're able to get 380 registrants. Can you imagine? She can just send an email and it's free, because these leads are already hers. And she get 380 people to come for her webinar. Now, you see the best part is that once she adds value at the webinar, she talks about what's going to happen in the next 6 months. Can she, at the end, make a call to action and say, those who want to work with me one-on-one, okay, free up a form. How many of you here will agree with me? Out of 380, right, there will at least maybe 5% or 10% of people that will want to work with her one-on-one. Just tell me to type yes. Does that make sense? Okay, and she can get those people to buy other stuff later. And this is what happened, right? This is the reason why she was able to get investment deals of 100K to 200K. And she even closed a few high net worth clients, people who closed $4 million case, and then tomorrow signing another $1 million case. Okay, and best of all, don't need to post content online, don't need to do any of that stuff, just running ads, gaining database, and then from there, you just keep selling to the same database over and over again. Okay, one last example, our property client, same thing. I cannot show the name because sensitive information, but this is a real screenshot from his company account. All right, so leads generated 3,855. We spent about $39,000 in ads. Again, it's over 12 months of compounding, started with only a few $1,000s. Total commission made already close to $1 million. So she already put back his money in the pocket, right? That means the 3,855 leads is now free. And the best part is this. Anytime he wants, he can send an email and say, hey, new launch coming up. I'm going to talk about what is this new launch. Is this new launch a good buy or not? He send out an email and over 1,000 people will read the email. Okay? And if 1,000 people read the email, do you think that at least 5-10 people might reach out and say, hey, that sounds interesting. I want to buy the property from you. Think about that. That's the power when you have your own database. Okay? And this is the reason why he was able to hit a 7-month deal, in a month, hit 7 deals, 7 property deals, and able to hit a 400K commission in just a single month. Okay? How many think that's pretty awesome? If you think that's awesome, just have me type awesome in the chat right now. Okay, and once again, I think this is definitely 2023 is definitely a time that is going to happen again where ads is going to be super cheap. I'm already starting to see the signs of that. And this is the time that you want to start preparing if you want 2023 to be the best year yet. When everyone is afraid, when everyone is talking about recession, that's the year that you shine. That's the year that you make the best year ever, okay, for yourself. So we're running through this training for close to 2 hours right now. And let me ask you a simple question. How many of you here believe that if you can apply Salesable into your business, you can consistently get new customers into your business and even possibly 2x or 3x your sales in the following year or in the coming year, or even 10x your sales in the coming year? How many of you believe that it is possible right now? Just having to type me in the chat box right now. Okay, if you believe it's possible that you can apply Salesable and consistently get new customers and high quality leads for your business. Okay, awesome. I see a tons of me coming in right now. All right, so I'm not going to leave you guys hanging because I know some of you here are asking, okay, what's next? Okay, how do I know Salesable? How do I use Salesable? This sounds awesome. So how many of you are here? How many of you here would like a proven system that my agency is still currently using to generate